Hi friends, in today's video, I'm going to talk about what is this channel all about. This channel is all about investing, specifically with a long-term perspective. And what is long-term perspective? Long-term perspective is to focus on the end goal of investing. And my end goal of investing is to achieve financial independence. And I will need to accumulate certain amount of assets in order to achieve financial independence. And besides that, long-term perspective also means that focusing on what is true over the long term and not be carried away by the present and instant gratification. And here I'm going to outline what I will do to achieve my financial goal. First, I'll be focusing on equity investment because over the long term, equity always outperforms cash or bonds. Next, I'll fund my brokerage account aggressively because even if I can achieve a very high return percentage and if I only invest small amount of money, it will still take very long time for me to achieve my financial goal. Next, when it comes to stock selection, I will focus on fundamentals as opposed to buying based on hype or just following news. And instead of just follow the short-term news, I will focus on sustainable long-term trend. I mentioned this in some of my previous video, for example like artificial intelligence, cloud computing, and ARM architecture. And when it comes to due diligence on a specific company, I'll focus on companies with good culture because I believe that companies with good culture will outperform the market over the long term. Example of good culture include companies that focus on long term and not just managing the quarterly earnings. And the company has to be innovative and dare to experiment and invent. And they should be willing to spend capital expenditure in order to maintain their leadership in the sector. And most importantly, the company has to focus on the customer and their products instead of just focusing on return the monies to the shareholders. So in this channel, I'll be sharing my portfolio holdings, but it is not my intention for you to replicate or just copy my portfolios. This is because you and me are different. You might be focusing on different type of trends, for example like renewable energies, genomic, and so on. I may not have invested a lot on these sectors, not because I don't believe on this trend or I'm bearish on these sectors. Sometimes I just don't have enough knowledge to select the best companies that will win in this trend. And in terms of fundamental, we might not look at fundamentals in the same way. For example, I might focus more on current profitability and you might focus more in terms of their future growth. And when it comes to company culture, it is totally qualitative and we might have totally different opinions on the same company. And lastly, we have different skill and background and hence different circle or competence. So I just want to stress one thing is that I'm not better than you. I'm just a retail investor with my own sets of preference. And I am here to share my journey and hopefully we can learn from each other. So this is what I'm going to do in this channel. First, I will frequently share with you how my portfolio is doing, regardless whether the market is good or bad. Secondly, if I have any thoughts on investing or any research that I think is worth to share, I will share with you. I will also give updates on my purchases or trades in the Telegram group, so link in the description. In the Telegram group, there are many members who are very resourceful and contributing to interesting analysis and insights. So I'm here to invite you to join our community. That's all about this video. See you in the next one. Cheers!